Is an unofficial nuclear deal with Iran truly imminent? And what will come of discussions between Israel's defense minister Yoav Gallant and his U.S. counterpart in Brussels today?
In anticipation of the discussion, I met with Prime Minister and senior defense officials and reviewed the measures required to ensure Israel's qualitative edge in the Middle East region.
A report in the New York Times asserts that an unofficial agreement, not a binding deal, was described by Israelis as imminent, citing unnamed officials in 3 countries. The terms are described as a diplomatic ceasefire, nothing groundbreaking. The U.S. would ease off economic and diplomatic sanctions, and in return, Iran would cap uranium enrichment below the level needed for a nuclear weapon, stop selling arms to Russia, and leave U.S. forces in Syria alone. But the U.S. has publicly denied that any such agreement exists.
I will just say that there are a number of reports we have seen by various outlets about different deals or purported deals or diplomatic negotiations. The vast majority of those reports have been either wrong or completely misleading, and that includes reports of an interim deal.
Israel's political establishment said earlier this week that Israel would not be bound by any agreement between the U.S. and Iran. And Gallant said the entire purpose of the Brussels trip is that both countries see eye to eye on the Iranian threat.
During the meeting, we will discuss our shared commitment to ensuring that Iran will never gain military nuclear capabilities.
But despite public statements saying Israel will not necessarily abide by any informal agreement, Israeli media reported yesterday that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met with government ministers and said the terms of the agreement were terms he could live with. Also reportedly under deliberation between Tehran and D.C. is an exchange of U.S. citizens held hostage in Iran for the release of Iranian assets frozen under sanctions.